Okay, so these are images that you took of your first wedding.
Yes.
So we're going to go through them and I'm going to give you some comments, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is the. So they just started like that? Or.
Yeah, basically, I went into the room where she was getting ready, but
Yeah.
it was completely a mess.
Yeah.
I tried to take some pictures there, but they're not presentable at all.
Okay.
So basically, I just send them the pictures that I think
Okay.
they're good,
They're
and they
good.
choose them.
Okay, okay, sure.
So those are the pictures they picked.
Okay, so this is again it's the like a story part, right? It's a
Yeah.
story, so like it's content. So you you capture it relatively good in a way because it's telling the story that she's bringing the lady for the wedding, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just continue and go and see what else is there. Oops. Oh, it has to go down this way. I think I need to highlight the whole thing and then yeah, go. What? Okay. Quick look. Oh, is there a movie in there as well? Yeah, let's have a look. Okay. All right, let's continue. Okay, let's go.
Because then eventually here I have also the original, and that is the cropping. So I don't know if eventually should I incorporate also the stairs from where she arrived.
No, not
or
necessary.
Just...
Not necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, the stairs is not important. Let's go. See what else. Okay, that's nice. It's a nice scenic shot with you can see the moon. So you expose this photo quite well. So this is good. And you got the face there. So only thing I can say about this photo is that you need to get the horizon straight.
Okay.
Can you see it's slanting?
Yeah.
That's the first thing anyone will pick up. I mean, anyone that knows photography. Anything that is supposed to be straight needs to be straight.
Okay.
Like that horizon needs to be straight. So you just need to rotate that. Can you see it's slightly down this way, right?
Yeah, it goes
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
Do you think the skin color tone it's kind of appropriate? Because the sun is just like really...
Yeah, that's fine. This is what the actual. I think this is what the sun is quite harsh now, and then it got to the skin like that. Yeah, I mean, of course, I think it's a little overexposed. So if you can reduce the skin exposure just a little bit, it's fine. But as it is to me is okay. But again, if you want to make it more natural, then get it a bit lower.
Okay.
Okay.
Here is where they exchanging the rings.
Any reason why you crop it this way?
Because I like it, to be honest. I just want to sort of pay more attention on the hands instead of having all the ambience and what
Okay,
goes
so
around.
if you want to do that, I totally understand, and I will. I also do that, but the thing is, then you have to be more you have to be tighter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like so, yeah, you can maybe go the head a bit. It's not like right at the border. See where the eyebrow is?
Yeah.
That's just right at the border. You don't want it to be just right at the border because that's just something that will be people. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's just right at the fringe. So you want to go a bit higher, and then you want to crop it up to down here. You see this line here because you don't need like this thing here. You don't need this thing here.
Okay.
Because what's this going to serve? You know what I mean? It's not helping the photo. You know. This part is not helping the photo, so you want to crop it. Where you crop has to have a reason as well.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Something like this?
Yeah.
Like just under the nose and maybe...
No, I mean you can get the face. You want to get above the eyebrow.
I don't have about the eyebrow.
Oh, okay. Then you should have shot a bit higher then. Okay, so that's just something that I guess, well, that's something you can maybe take note of in the future. Get the main parts, okay? Because this part is not as important as the face part, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, let's go next. But besides that, everything else is fine. Okay, that's good. That's nice. That's nice. Did you crop this or not? Like this is good because then you can see the original as well from here.
No, this one I should get back.
Okay. Why didn't you go back a bit?
Seriously, here I was just like in total panic because it was the first wedding. I was down south by myself,
Okay.
and I was like panicking.
Okay. So I mean, look, the photo here is good. All right, this part is really good with the background and stuff, I can say. Now the only thing is when you panic, better to get more than less. Right?
Okay.
Isn't it right? Because if you get the whole hand, you can crop it later if you want to. You can crop it closer. Now, I mean, you can maybe, I mean, it's still a good photo, but you know, if I want to say, is it a perfect photo? It could be better, right? Could be better, but exposure is good. There's no like highlights in certain areas and all that. So that's my comment, right? Let's go next one. Yeah, this is nice. This is good. It's good. I would. I mean, this is fine, but I would probably crop this part as well. So I would probably shoot from a higher angle, maybe slightly higher, because then you don't need all this bottom part here.
Okay.
Right. You don't need this. You just want that part, and then maybe a bit of face. Yeah, this is better. See, higher. Can you see it? It's higher. And of course, if you zoom in a bit more, it'll be better. And again, the horizon I can see is not perfectly straight. Okay, so when you start doing stuff professionally, you need to be very detailed with everything.
The horizon there, it's not straight?
Yeah, can you see it's coming down this way on the right? Can you see it? It's coming down this way.
Okay.
The right is lower than the left.
Yeah.
Right?
So in this case,
so you need to...
Maybe if I put auto, it will straighten it itself, right?
No?
No, really.
No. Don't depend on auto. When you depend on auto, then you just...
Because even my eye, it's not...
No, look at the line. Okay, look at the line when you have the thing. That line, just get that line
so this
parallel.
line
Yes.
Parallel with
Yes.
this one.
Yes, that's straight.
It's still like this?
That's straight. Yes, that's straight.
Okay.
Okay? Alright. But besides that, exposure is okay. It's good. Okay, so now... Why did you post them on this angle?
They pose themselves there.
Okay, so when you are the photographer,
Yeah, I should direct.
you are director, because you can't blame them. They don't know anything about lighting, and I can say that this photo could be better if you just have the sea background. You know what I mean? Because then the light, look at this. The light here, okay, maybe it's a different light, but anyway, the light here compared to the light here, can you see the difference?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so you need to take control. When you are in a wedding or any shoot, you need to take control because you cannot expect them to pose for you.
No, in these days, seriously, I didn't direct much because, to be honest, I was like a little bit in panic. So after they finished the wedding, they posed themselves there immediately, and I was like, okay, let's take pictures there. But in this case, I should have posed them facing the sun, right? Or maybe just like 10 degrees more towards the left, or...
Looking at the face, you can tell where the light is dominating.
Yeah, of course, on the left.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't want to be one side dark and one side overexposed. You know what I mean? Like you can see the highlights here. All this is not what you want to achieve in photography. as a professional.
So in this case, facing the sun completely.
Yes, again, either that or away from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two options, right? Always not half. It doesn't work for these sort of things. Okay, anyway, let's go to the next one. Okay, so that's nice. You capture a moment there, that's good. See, now the lighting, can you see the lighting so much better here?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what I'm trying to say. You know what, you want to, you know, and obviously there probably, I'm guessing there's a shade somewhere, you know, like, so there's obviously some no shade there, and then there's some shade here. So you need to place them in where it's, the lighting is like this. Horizon again, not straight. Okay, so this one, the horizon is straight, but I think the composition could be better. The composition could be better.
Here, to be honest, I would have shoot all of them without cropping anything and just get all the legs and be more back.
Yeah. Either that or you zoom in just up down to the flowers here and just get them with the background. So that you need to really work on your composition to create. I mean, if you want to use this leaf stuff, then you need to go further, and then you just have to really place them where it looks pleasant to the eye. Okay, so this is better. You see, but again, I think you need the horizon. The horizon is wrong. Yeah. This is better. Is it blur?
A little bit, yeah.
The focus is at the back.
More on the back.
So, were you focusing on that, or what? Was it autofocus, or what's happening here?
Yes, autofocus.
I don't think you should send this to them because it's out of focus.
The point is, they choose all those pictures.
Yeah, well,
I shouldn't
send
it.
It's going to be in the first place. You shouldn't send it because then people say, "Hey, who shot this?" It's out of focus. Then the out of focus is the easiest thing people can pick, because everything else can be subjective. But if it's out of focus, the main subject, they're going to blame you. What's a photographer? You know, like what? How can she take out of focus? You know, blah 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 blah. Or some of their friends or their whoever they can see that straight away. You know.
Also, because the girl on the right, she has closed eyes as well.
Yeah, she's smiling, so I mean she can get away with that. But the main thing is the focusing part. You know, everyone, they might want to blow this up because you got a good photo of like, you know, like the whole body and the background, and it's not like strong light on the side, and then they blow it up and they see it out of focus.
See? Yeah. I just basically got the focus on the landscape instead of them.
Yeah.
No, wait. What is the other one?
Do you have better ones or not? Yeah, that's out of focus.
What's happening here? Opposite of this. Is it that one? What is this picture? This one.
Zoom in? Yeah, that's out of focus.
Yeah. It's more on there.
Okay, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't send this to them. But if you really send it to them and because they will find out later that it's out of focus, sooner or later they'll be like, hang on a second, how come the background is so sharp? Then, okay. Okay, this is, I guess, that's alright. It's just a candid shot, right? Maybe delete the person behind here.
Oh, I didn't even see her.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, again, you know, when you do photo, you take a photo like this, there needs to be some sort of, if you're going to take people next to her as well, it has to have some sort of story. So what's happening here? You just asked her to take a photo and then everyone's just standing around her?
No,
or?
they were like moving, they were having a moment, and there was her mom looking at her and her sister and the other guy just there, they were laughing together, and I just like took a snap of her while she was looking at me.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, because it's just that the photo just a bit confusing. You know what I mean? I mean, like it's like she's looking. Okay, the mom is looking at the husband, and then the friend is looking at something random, and then she's looking at you. So to me, as someone that is looking at the photo, would be like I'm thinking, what is happening here? You know, like what's happening here? Is she, or is the mom? It's got an affair with the husband, or something. You know what I mean? Like like things like that. Just like I mean, I'm just trying to get the message. You know. Okay, sorry. Go back again. And then she's looking. I mean, it's good if she's just looking by herself. You know, because then the focus is more on her looking beautiful on the wedding day, looking at the camera, rather than a confusion. So she's looking at her. I mean, you know what I mean? I think you want to not be confusing. It has to be a meaning.
So if you will crop it, it has more meaning like this.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like then you will not make it so confusing.
Okay.
You know, when you look at the photo, you have to ask yourself, what's this photo doing? You know. Okay, so another question is, why are you shooting at 1,300 and 1,300, 2,000 of a second?
Because everything was a mess in here. Seriously.
Okay, yeah. That's what I mean. You need to really get your basics.
Yeah, but this one was like in December.
Yeah.
And by then, I started to work on this and it kind of...
Okay, all right.
So seriously, this wedding was just a mess.
Okay, let's just keep going. Yeah. Okay, this is at least is better because then, you know, she's not looking straight at the camera and she's like, it looks more candid. Okay. This is more pose. This is more pose. She's posing, she's not posing. So it's like, at least this is a bit more candid. You can say that this is a candid shot.
Okay.
Right. Okay, this is nice. This is pouring wine, I suppose. This sharp and yeah, it's fine. This is photo. I think maybe I'll just delete this leaf down at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, but besides that's fine. Drinking wine together, yeah, that's fine. Just don't like that thing growing out of her head like that. It's distracting. Besides that, it's fine. I think you just get them to step a bit more, either in there or out there, so it'll make the photo more, you know what I mean, like not weird. So that's just because that doesn't have anything else. It's just coming straight up.
Yeah, it's just coming up from nowhere.
Okay. Yeah, so besides that, the lighting all here is good. You see, it's not like strong light on one side or anything. It's more like very, you know, like pleasant to look at. And she's quite a pretty girl as well. So, yeah, this shot is okay. This would be nice if both of them are sharp, because she's also like smiling and then together kind of thing, you know. That's my opinion.
Here the sky was completely overexposed. I struggled to recover the picture.
Okay, now group shot.
And I cut it off the feet and bits of legs on the left side.
Okay, so you need to group shot. You want to try and keep it like straight, like, you know, not to the side kind of thing, you know. And because what you want to do, you want them to stand in a sort of like a parallel to you position. Because when you do something like this, you are automatically making the person that's on the left here, closest to you, bigger.
Okay.
She's become big, small, and then she's the smallest. So I mean, usually we arrange people according to their height so that everybody's about the same.
Okay.
Because it's like a group shot. You don't want someone to be standing out too much. And another thing I can say is when I do a group shot like this, I get people to take off their sunglasses. Because you can't see their eyes, and that's the first thing that people will say, oh, shame that she had the sunglasses on.
Okay.
So that's one thing you have to remember in group shots.
So eventually you would have posed them like straight.
Yes.
I would have just gone backwards and took them straight.
Yeah.
And the heights, are they okay, or they?
No, you try to get them to the height to be coordinated. If they want it, if not, it's fine. But the main thing is to get them in the one line, and everybody not like about this, like, not one in front of the other. Not too much. I mean, like, this is obviously a bit too much. And I will straighten the horizon here again, and I will take this off.
Oh,
this is
okay.
not supposed to be in, and obviously I'll get the whole body in as well. Okay. All right. Now this is nice. This is okay. This is good. Good. Yeah. Maybe either push the whole thing to the right so you get the whole loop in.
Yeah.
Because that's part of the thing, and then you just cut it off. And then that's obviously, I think maybe you'll get that, but then this is more important. This is closer to the foreground, so you want to make sure that this whole thing is a nice picture. You know what I mean? They might be able to frame it. Because people will be saying, "Oh, it's too bad it's cut off here." That's one excuse they can say. But if you cut off here and you can't see the island, no one's going to care.
No one will matter. Yeah.
Exactly. But this one is like in the picture, is part of the bouquet, and it's actually, you're cutting it off where it's continuing, it's going somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. So that's I think. See, this is better. You got the whole thing. Can you see the difference, right?
Yeah.
Can you see the difference? Oh, sorry. That one and that one. This picture is more complete, right? More complete, and then the horizon is not straight, but it's straighter than the other one, so it's still is better than before. And why did you shoot it low?
Because I wanted to give like a different angle.
Okay, when you shoot, right, you need to have as I say, you have to have the reason why you're shooting. Okay, so if you want to shoot a different angle, yes, that's fine, but it has to justify your reason.
Because obviously there was the moon at the back, and I wanted to get 100% the moon, and then I wanted like to uplift the importance of the day, like to feel them more kind of powerful. Yeah.
Okay. So move back a bit more, because again, you're cutting off very important parts of the whole. You want to see all the whole clothing. Especially when they're all dressed up, right? And then number two, when you go down to an angle, you have to be careful, because you don't want things to be going through people's head.
Oh, okay.
It's just distracting, because when you see something continuing, and then it goes into something that it's not supposed to go into, and then comes out, then the moon is there. So you need to be very. Take more time looking at when you're framing. It makes a difference, If you just move back a little bit and then just angle it a bit more in the circle or something, then it will look better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe. Okay, because the lighting now is perfect. It's like almost like the perfect lighting time. Okay, so this is a shot him taking a photo. Yeah. Okay, so with weddings, when you do group shots, like this, like couple shots or group shots, it needs, remember, the main, it is content based. It is content, which means that it is, it needs to be kind of like consistent.
Okay.
It needs to be consistent because if you shoot low and then one you shoot to the side and then one you shoot up and down.
Okay, I understand what you mean.
Yeah, then it just kind of, it is messy.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is like higher.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and then, you know, so it's like, yeah. Okay, so again, include the whole background. Okay, so this is nice. I'm feeling there's you're shooting at a.
This one
It's a bit blur.
Exactly, because
Don't tell me your shutter is really slow here. What's the shutter?
Yeah, because the initial picture was we were trying with people just like crossing and moving. You know what I mean? Like they're walking, just like people in the middle and them in the middle, just static. But it didn't work out properly because people at the end they didn't appear. And I don't know why I've sent this picture to them and they picked that one.
I mean, composition is almost perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like this, if you ask me about the rest of the couple shot that you've done, you put that right in the middle, it's perfect. Even your horizon is straight. Of course, you're going to pick this. And this is the shot. Okay, maybe it's not smiling, but yeah. I mean, the shutter speed is super slow, man.
Yes, I was trying to do the thing, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, so this is just unfortunate, very unfortunate. Moon is right there, you know, so it's like almost like really a good shot. And when you shoot at f13, 16 or whatever, you will start to get dust. You can see dust in your camera. So that's the dust that you need to Photoshop off. Let's see. Yeah. 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 It's a pity this photo was done in a slow shutter. Okay.
And again, here there is no consistency, up and down.
Yeah. 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 I mean, were you just trying different angle because you wanted to be different or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because otherwise they would have been all of them from straight like this and
yeah, but okay, so because this, remember again, between creative and content. If this is a creative portrait shot, yes, you can do different angles and stuff, but this is a wedding that people want to have good just good consistent photos.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, especially when they're doing these group shots, it's not meant to be super artistic. The lighting here is really good, you know. Okay. Okay. Don't know what to say about this photo. I don't understand this photo. Okay, this is nice. This is nice. Okay. But I'll do it in the middle. Because the whole circle thing, if you want to talk composition, that's the best. That'll be the best to be in the middle. But I mean, it works as well, I suppose. Like the grass coming in him, but you know, lighting is the middle, because at the moment the middle is like nice picture.
And capture the attention in the middle as well.
Yeah, exactly. So composition, you need to understand that. Yeah, understand that. I mean, okay. Yeah, this is nice. Probably one of your better photos here. So this one is more.
Do you think should I cut a little bit towards the shoulder and get into hand right side?
Why?
Or
Why would you do that?
because there is like a really empty space there in the right up corner. It's just like nothing there.
Yeah, you can still cut in if you want, but the thing is, yeah, I mean, I guess moving to the side a bit. Yeah, wouldn't have cut off the head, but yeah, I mean you can cut in. This is fine as well. The main thing is because there's space here as well, so you have to balance it. You know what I mean? Like you can cut in if you want to. That's fine. Yeah.
Like this. Balance it a little bit better in this way. Sort of.
If you want to cut in, then you have to have that part. You have to go right in because you don't want a triangle, white triangle on the right.
More.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how if you want to cut in, that's better that way, better than before. But as it is, this is fine, I think. Yeah, this is better. Okay, good. These ones are all good.
The horizon here is completely going on the opposite side.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah, this is nice. This is nicer. This is good if you also shoot it a bit lower angle as well. This is where you want to make them like if you shoot it at a lower angle, then they look more powerful.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean this is fine, but shooting lower angle will emphasize again the whole moment. Plus, it will go closer to the moon. Do you know what I mean? So things like that you need to look at. But this is probably the best shot so far. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Horizon.
I don't understand if having her hand that yellow patchy can be fine, or do I have to work on it in somehow? Because you can clearly see it, and I don't know if it looks nice.
Well, his hand is not yellow patchy, isn't it?
No, he's completely white, and she's just like orange, yellow with the colors.
Makeup, is it?
Pardon?
Is it makeup or what?
It's fake tan.
Yeah.
The spray tan.
Oh, that's her fault then.
Because I also try to expose her highlights, reduce the yellow, the orange, everything, but it's just like.
Yeah, if you do a lot of that, then you change the real color of this guy, which is going to look weird. You know what I mean? So it's better to have one person looking normal and then the other person, obviously she's done something to her skin, so that's the color that she wants. Mainly is you got to get the right color. So the right color is on him, and that's the color that she's put on her.
Yeah.
So if she wants to blame you, you can say, oh well, this is your husband. The color is correct. Like if I try to change your color, then your husband will look like blue. Yeah.
This one is slightly from lower. Then I try to get the shadow reflected on the water, but I don't know if it's working properly in this case or not.
Yeah, if you want to do that, I'll go a bit lower, like angle down so I can get the whole shadow.
Okay.
Because you just cut off the shadow.
Okay, so we'll just crop it and remove it directly. It's better.
Yeah.
Because like that doesn't make sense.
Because then it just makes it worse. Okay.
Horizon, not straight at all.
This is better, I guess. Better. Yeah, this is good. This is good, but it's a close up like that. You know what I mean? See, this is lower angle, right? Lower angle. This is what I mean by, shooting it lower angle. But maybe a few more of them, like hopefully you did some close up kissing in that color, because this color is really nice.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, okay. Yeah, this is the best time to shoot.
It was very nice. The sunset was amazing.
Yeah, so this is the best time to shoot. That's what I mean. It's like I get everything pretty much. You don't have to worry about the light.
In this picture, it's really weird. Like him kissing her on the neck like that. I didn't really like it, but I just wanted them to have more options to choose, and they picked that one. And
Well, that's fine. If that's their thing, that's their thing. Everyone's different, I suppose. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright. See. Oh, this is the restaurant. Okay.
The restaurant lighting was just a mess. I really struggled with
What was the
that.
shutter speed here? What was the ISO?
So 1/20, 2.8, and 3002.
Very
So-
slow shutter.
The original, it's like this because it was really dark at the restaurant, and I tried to get the natural skin tone as much as I could.
You should. Actually, a higher ISO is too low. I mean, sorry, the shutter speed is too low.
But then it would have been really, really dark.
Well, it's better than blurry, but at the moment you're lucky that this is very risky, because if they move a little bit, just a little bit, you will get the blurriness, and then with blurriness you can't fix it. See, at this one you can see she's a little blur. She's a little bit blur. I can tell it.
Yeah.
Okay. This one you can see the woman at standing with the shots.
Yes, exactly. This one is just horrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't even give this photo.
Because
Yeah.
I tried to delay at the back here, but it's impossible.
What do you mean?
Like to erase a little bit of this stuff, but was impossible. Then the table was positioned just in a horrible way.
Okay, why is this blur? Why is this blur?
Because I wanted to focus at the back and having them like not in focus.
That's your intention.
Yeah, but it didn't work out properly.
Yeah, people will think that you just accidentally got the front blur. You know what I mean? Because if the background is interesting, then maybe like a sunset or something. Then
But in this case, we have a girl standing.
yeah, and this is not really what you want to show in photography.
Yeah.
I think you still need to learn about the messages, the objective of an image, what you want to say, in an image. Because some of the shots, you're not getting all of it like what you want to say. It's like you're making people guess some photos, and some photos are not meant to be like that, and it's doing the other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think at the moment that's what you need to work on.
Well, this is the first one. Then we took the wedding together after this, and then I don't have anything else. But I really struggle on composition, I guess.
Yeah. So study more on composition. Study more on composition of an image.
And even when we have the 3/3, I don't really know I know the rules, but I don't know exactly if the picture